Good
What's going on, guys?
Good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing good. We are off to go do a little gutter cleaning project, and we're resealing their gutters for them as well. This was a job that came up during the winter, so we're prioritizing it on our Saturday today. I got to make sure it gets taken care of before. We've had a ton of rain over the last week, and they're calling for it all next week as well. But fortunately enough, a lot of that has started to clear out, so we can start to look at resuming our project, which is great. Super stoked about that. So yeah, I don't have much else to add. Temperature on the truck today is 9 degrees. It's like Hannah said, it's not the most beautiful of days, but hey, we're hanging out. We got, I guess, what else do I have to do today? We have this project. I could potentially, depending on how long this job takes, go and inspect a smaller repair job, and then we have a full roof replacement inspection we have to do later on at 2 o'clock, currently 10 a.m. So there's a long list of things to do today. We finished up the paint work on the truck as well, so I'll show you guys that later on. I know that was in the last portion of the previous video, which you guys, if you watch the daily videos, have probably already seen. But yeah, that's where we're at. So
at some point, I need to buy coffee. Your girl's tired.
That's our priority for today.
Coffee.
Honestly, I could probably use a coffee as well.
Yes, coffee is good. Good for the soul.
Coffee is good for the soul.
Okay, we'll see you at the job site. Bye.
See you guys in a few. Hey, what's going on, guys? As we're on our way to our next job, I just want to take a moment to introduce to you our newest tool in the tool belt, Jobber. If you're someone who is even thinking about becoming your own independent contractor, it doesn't matter what trade you're in. You could be a plumber, a framer, electrician, or a fellow roofer. Having software like Jobber that handles all of the back-end communication work with your clients is a huge breath of fresh air. Jobber is a one-stop shop CRM that handles everything from incoming requests, calls, project scheduling, quotes, invoices, automated texts and emails, marketing campaigns, and even records your employees' time on a project from when they first arrive to when they leave. Currently, one of my favorite unique features about Jobber is simply the homepage. When I have a super busy day packed with roof assessments, I can simply open the Jobber app and instantly see my list of clients for that day. I can click on the first stop, get my directions, and even text the client that I'm on my way. Having these features all built in one place has been a game changer for our time management. And if you're someone who is just starting out with service-based businesses or are currently still using the old-fashioned pen and paper, I promise giving Jobber a chance will make your life 10 times easier and is worth every penny in the amount of time you'll save. If you guys are looking to level up your service-based business and not only get more free time for yourself, but for your family, check out our referral code down in the description for a 14-day free trial and a 20% discount for the first 6 months on any of the Jobber memberships. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get back in the video. All right, guys, just pulling up to the job. We're gonna go say hi to the customer and then we'll get to work. Yes, Hannah, anything else to say?
Back crack.
Back crack, okay. So I do have this pair, hon.
Oh, sweet.
If these are a bit damp, just let me know. You can have the ones that are on my hand. Okay, I'll leave all that in there. It's a touch windy, so I'm actually glad I got Hannah here with me. She can help hold the ladder and stuff like that. Get everything set up. I should get you a STR hat. She has both coats on. She must be cold. Well, to be fair, it's not the warmest of days today, is it? Oh, sorry guys, the YouTubes have been getting hit with trees. I'm gonna take a little battery with me so I don't have to come all the way back to the truck. Put this in here. I think that's all we need. I'll just bring these to the back and I'll come give you a hand. I figure we might as well start at the back. I changed my mind. I'm gonna start in the front. I'll grab the smaller fold-up ladder. And we'll see how much muck is in there. I know from the winter there was a good amount of buildup because I was trying to chip the ice out of there. There's a lot of leaves and it prevented me from It was just almost impossible unless you had heat or something to melt it all. Yeah, so downspout definitely clogged. Yeah, what I'll probably do is walk up through here to get to the back porch in that corner.
Okay. Sounds like fun.
This is a little narrow. You want to come in here? Okay, just give me 1 sec. Let me get this corner dealt with and then try and cut out some of this old silicone that's in here. I don't know if there was a repair done, or I haven't looked too closely at it, but yeah, I can see that there was a weird shingle put in there.
Weird stuff.
I'm probably just gonna set up that ladder on this corner.
Yeah. Oh, you mean?
Just pull all that out of there. Yeah. Keep setting that the wrong way. All right. Counter flashings run really short, or sorry, the step flashing. As long as this shingle's run under.
Honestly, I'm not even sure if there is step flashing up here, my love. I don't think there is.
Yeah, there is.
There is?
There has to be.
I don't see any.
Yeah, it's in there. It's just tucked. The J channel's real tight to the roof.
Yeah, I guess I'm just looking across the neighbor's place right here.
With that, your step should always come out past onto this shingle.
Yeah.
Well, you know that.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of it's you usually see a slit in this corner trim, but oftentimes that doesn't look far enough. But it's probably so close to the overhang, it's not making its way inside. It comes out through the soffit. Is there the same kind of trough on the backyard?
Yeah, it's just flat, but the downspout's on this guy's side, not her side.
I just wonder if it might be safer just to put this in the backyard versus the front.
Probably is.
I'll go set that up.
Yeah.
Ton of nails back here.
I know, right? I was picking them up as I was making them.
Pass me that bucket. Oh, they're on the roof too.
What?
They're on the roof too.
Yeah, I've been cleaning it as I've been going.
Yeah, it needs a kick out as well. Just sealed with caulking right now. Yeah, we're in some of these for the neighbors too. Climb up here and we'll do the last, because she's in the middle, right? So she's,
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's
So
the ones
she's
on the
just
far
got
side.
this and a little
Yep,
feet.
it was really those front corners that were on the driveway.
Yeah, that's what she was.
Those were the
mentioning.
biggest thing. for her. That was giving her the biggest headache.
The middle nail is exposed.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it on my way back. It's just because I'm
running
well, I'm on my last, second to last. All right, well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more spots. I'm just taking a look at the roof, and we got a couple nails here that are could use a little sealing on them, and then these are actually on the neighbor's side of the property. But let's see if we got some underlay. That's usually a big factor of, yeah, so it looks like we got some tar paper, which is good. At least it's not going directly on plywood. But the customer here does have nails that weren't sealed. They put in some shingles. They had a repair done there, and they've had a repair done over here, which I imagine also isn't sealed. And then we have some more blown off shingles, some more unsealed nails. So we'll go ahead and we'll seal those up for her. But she doesn't have any joints here, so that's good. Oh, it's going good. I got one mucky side to clean out, which I think I'm going to do next, so that's over with.
What's left after?
So that corner, that corner, that corner, that corner. So 4 more.
Okay. You want me out the truck?
Oh, what? All right. This one looks like it's going to come right up. Yep. Oh, that was easy. All the corners are all done. We'll just give everything a blow down, and that'll be done. I just need to get battery. It's okay. I didn't realize you were carrying the ladder. Oh, these trees, man. It's salting me. Oh my goodness, my tape measure. This tape measure hates me. I can't get it to stay. The screw to stay in the pocket. Okay, I'm gonna go say goodbye to the customer, show her some photos, and we'll be on our way. All right, guys. Well, we're just pulling up to location number 2 of the day. This customer has some issues with the back end of, he had a sunroom put on a couple years ago, and the roof transition from the main roof to the sunroom is leaking apparently. So we're gonna go bring our iPad up there, and we're gonna go get this little fold-up ladder ready to go. But this is a nice little job. It's pretty low slope. I think I could just set up our ladder on the front and walk my way over. We got to make this quick because we have a meeting at 2 o'clock, and that's about 15 minutes away from here. Ooh, no kick-out flashing again. I could tell from the ground that we have the wrong style of cap that's put on the back here. Okay, we got 3 skylights. Oh boy. Okay, we got quite a few areas here that are troublesome. So we're working with a 212 pitch.
What the f is a snake doing up here?
Oh, there's a snake up here?
That's rubber. Yeah, that's rubber. I actually can't tell. I swear that's rubber. And it's meant to scare off whatever critter is.
Okay, I'm gonna poke it, throw a stick at it.
That's a good idea. No, that's rubber, right?
I'm gonna throw a stick at it.
It's definitely not native to Ontario.
Okay.
It's rubber.
Still, kind of freaked me out.
That definitely scared the shit. Oh, it's meant to be realistic. It's like literally
I was like, we don't get snakes here. This is Southern Ontario. We got a lot of snow. We get bears, but snakes? I wish I had a little bit more time here because this is kind of a mess. There's more snakes. This isn't cut in. He's got a cricket. He needs 2 valleys running here. These guys just ran it right over. Yeah. So all your water can get tucked right underneath these shingles.
Yeah, it's running.
These joints. Yeah, the shingles don't have any stick back here. Okay, so we're here mainly for the sunroom. I may actually have to come back here with the customer and walk them through everything. But these guys, they bought Velux skylights, but they didn't buy the flashing kits. What do our joints look like? Joints are pretty staggered. They got a gaff on here, so I'm not getting these apart. Yeah. You got a broken shingle right on a joint. Got quite a few repairs. It's a pretty decent sized home. So we got a joint on a joint. These joints are 2-3 inches apart. And then over here, same thing. All these joints are about 2 inches apart. So we got joint, 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 joint. These 2 joints are right on top of each other. Joint, 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 joint. Another 2 joints right on top of each other. Wow. This is pretty bad. We got way too much overhang on this edge. Yeah, so they do what's called a Dutch lap.
Right here, 1,
so
2,
that's
3.
2 joints.
Yeah.
And then depending, these are probably going to be too stuck, but I can't imagine they cut their corners.
Oh no. No, it's all flat and straight under there.
No, they did cut their corner. They cut their corner on the valley, but then put every joint, almost every joint on top of each other. They knew to cut the corners, but they didn't know how to stagger the shingles. That doesn't make any sense. Look, joint, joint, joint. This one's a little more staggered. Joint, joint.
Still though.
That's crazy. How do you know that? And then
I don't know. They had a drum on this thing.
That doesn't make any sense. Let's see if this valley's cut. No, this valley is not cut. So I'm not sure if you guys can see it on camera or not, but you always want, if you're doing a closed valley like this and you're cutting your shingles, you got to make sure that this top corner is cut on a 45 in towards the roof. So any water that catches on this corner, instead of running laterally, like you can see all this dirt buildup in here, instead of running laterally inward, it'll take the 45 and travel back into the valley. I mean, that's just kind of like common roofing stuff, but you can see here, none of these corners are cut. You can see all the muck build up in here, all of the dirt and debris that's in here. Yeah, this one's a bit of a doozy. This one's a bit of a doozy, guys. These are the roofs I like coming on because it's just, I don't know, it makes fun videos on YouTube, but it's also, I mean, I feel bad for the homeowners because it's just, I feel like someone really got screwed over with the install on this one. But and the guys that tried to match this shingle with this, they just went with a hickory from Gav instead of a barkwood. The barkwood would have been a way much nicer option, but and you're just getting your, this was probably a Home Depot special. You got your Home Depot vent, plumb stack flashing, and then your Home Depot gaff shingles. The only areas that are okay are here, these 2 sides, so far from what I've seen, and that hickory. The rest, those are really loose. Yeah. They had the wrong cap. This addition, the flashing work, the valley, all should go.
Do you see this valley line too? See the cut on this?
And the this side here is just all done wrong. So I'll have to come back and meet with the customer and he can show me exactly where the water's coming in, but there's quite a few areas there that are,
could be a source of trouble.
But if he's doing it in pieces, oh, little robin huddled up in her nest.
Aww.
Did you see her?
No.
Fortunately, we don't have more time to stay. We got to get over to, we got about a 15-minute drive to our next inspection. so I prefer to be there a little bit early. So we're gonna leave now and give ourselves a little bit of spare time. All right, on our way to our final appointment of the day. We're gonna open Jobber back up. We're gonna click on my way. 15 minutes, it's more like 10 minutes. Send a text message, get our directions. So this job is actually just down the road from us. This is in our local town. So it's an awesome thing and a kind of an inconvenient thing because John doesn't actually drive currently. And so we actually end up spending more time figuring out how to pick him up and then bringing him back to the job site than we would have just working in the city. Whereas he can find his own means to get to the job site. So this is a bit too far out of his reach, and I wouldn't expect him to travel all that way anyways without a vehicle. So we work it in where I pick him up, bring him to the job site and all that. But it is what it is. But you know, it's funny because you'd think we'd be a lot closer to home, it'd be great, but it actually ends up putting more time onto our morning schedule and all of our fuel and wear and tear on the vehicle and all that. But it is what it is. Yeah, looking forward to meeting a neighbor of ours, and hopefully we get the job. All right, guys, we're just showing up to a second building. So I've met up with the customer on the last job site, and we went through our whole presentation, went over the job project, everything went good. But they actually had a second building, which is their daughters, I believe, which are also looking to get an estimate on. So we're gonna quickly pop Droney up, take a few photos, and get some measurements and do a little inspection report for this home as well. All right, yeah, definitely some pretty good granule loss on this one. Older 3-tab, see some blown off shingles here. Pretty basic. Decking's feeling a little bit spongy. So there we go. So this is another common case of when you have a tab blow off right where a shingle joint is. You can see right under there is just exposed decking. So we'll take care of that for them. So just as a temporary thing, just put a little bead of sealant on there. Let's see if we can find anything in the bottom there. Yeah, so our step flashing's there. It should have just been brought out a little farther and had a kick out put on it, because right now all that water is just getting right beside the gutter there. Chimney flashing looks okay. We'll definitely replace that though. A little bit of sealant on each one of these nails. I like to typically do this for, well, it's just kind of as a little freebie. You know, they're already looking at getting the roof done, so they don't really need leaks to just pop up beforehand. So unfortunately I can't do every single nail here, but I can at least try and do the vents for them. I'm surprised a lot of these haven't lifted. Wow, these actually have a pretty good stick on them still. We're gonna quick grab some more measurements. When I'm working with easy stuff like this, I still do some of my jobs by hand. Well, a lot of our jobs are in rural areas, so using satellite imagery isn't always an option. So, plus from my experience, customers like when you come out and you actually get on the roof and check it out. I prefer it too, because you run into less issues. You come into the job knowing exactly what's going on, and you don't have as many issues pop up while you're on the project. So when I'm measuring these manually, the way I do it is I basically picture the house as a big square or rectangle, and I almost take it from like a top-down approach. So I'll break down each shape. I'll imagine flattening the house, and then I'll break it up. So my current measurement is 33, and I'm going to measure to basically the end of this trough roughly. And I can, because these are 3-tab, I can just follow this line down and see that it's ending right there. We'll say 28 feet. So yeah, I'll measure it to here, and then what I'll do is I'll put my tape over on this side. I'll measure out to that line, which is right here. An additional 25, we'll call it 26 feet. So it's essentially covered my square footage for, if you can imagine that roof line going straight across, I've just made this one big rectangle. I round it up because we have a little bit of an extra overhang there, and I always add an extra bundle or two onto our jobs anyways. And then if we have extra material by the end, I just reimburse the customer. I've found a lot of times if you have a reimbursement for the customer, they're a lot happier with that versus having to ask for more money. So if they actually get, say, even if it's 50 bucks cheaper than what you quoted, they're a lot happier with that than asking for extra. So I always like to price it a little bit high, add a little extra material, and if at the end of the job we have extra and I can give it back to them, then it's usually a lot better outcome for us. So okay, so we have that split off into one big rectangle. Now what we're going to do is just measure up this side. So we got 13, so it'll be 26 feet. 26 feet, then we're just going to bring our tape over to this line, to this roof line. If you look behind us, if you follow in the same line there. So basically just to the edge of this roof line here, which is right following this line on the 3 tab. So we can go 18 feet. Just notice this as I was measuring up that cap. And I'm gonna see, I think I got enough to seal up this end cap here. Okay, well, this one's pretty simple. I'll get some measurements over for the customer and see what they think. Another one bites the dust. Oh, dude. Oh, copyright. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it for inspections today. I'm going to give the customer that we visited a little bit ago, as the first inspection we did today, I'm going to give him a call and let him know, I guess, the bad news, and let him know that there's quite a bit of work that should be done there. And maybe we'll meet with him later on today. We'll see. It's only 3:40, so we still got lots of time left in the day. It was a pretty good day so far, though. We've met with multiple customers, and it's been a good day. So yeah, if I don't end up picking up the camera till later on tonight, well, then you know what happened. We didn't end up doing a whole lot else apart from office work and our own personal duties. But it is Saturday, so I'd like to go try and get some of our personal errands done as well. But you guys know how it is, or you business owners know how it is. You know, your business life needs to take somewhat of priority to make sure that you can live your personal life. So anyways, this is what I love doing. But another one is done and quoted. We'll send those off to the customers later today and see what happens.